This is the real Tom Rose, and highly specific question. It's asking about the first sentence of passage one, which says, "What happens to a country and to its people when it is hauled suddenly into the global economy?" So that, if you've read the rest of the passage, you know that that's not controversial concept. It's pretty much well accepted that that did happen. Look at the second one. Pose an introductory rhetorical question. Well, it's definitely introductory. It's the first sentence, right? So that's true. And then is it a rhetorical question? A rhetorical question is something that you pose as a question, but you're not really intending to have a specific answer for, which is perfect here. That's exactly what's going on. It's just a totally open-ended question. So this one you've got to be thinking has some legs on it. The third one, I think, also is tempting. Provide context for political analysis. So it's possible that this is contextual. What happens, let's see, hauled suddenly into a global economy. So that could be context. So maybe that's the right answer. Let's see what else we can get rid of. Lament an unfortunate situation. I think the author does think that it's unfortunate, but that's not the purpose of the opening sentence, right? There's no lament in there. Question the wisdom of an action. No, it is itself a question. It's not. So in order to question the wisdom of an action, you'd probably have to make you have to imply something with your question or make a statement. So we're really choosing between the second and third answer choice, and this is a bit of a conundrum. The first one's definitely true. So if you're all confused about this point, I would simply pick two and move on because that one feels more conservative. Let's talk about how we could eliminate the third. Provide context. Now, context is some factual basis upon which the rest of an argument or analysis will be built. Now, in the context of the rest of this passage, this first statement is not very contextual. In fact, there are other things. So in fact, the very next sentence becomes much more contextual. It gives dates, events. So while the opening sentence could have been contextual for some other passage, in this passage, it is actually very not contextual because there are other things in here which are much more concrete. So it actually is not providing context. What it's actually doing is really just opening an introductory rhetorical question. It's very, very bland but true.